just came out of Narrows. It's literally right next to Harrisburg. Walking over the Shoemate Bridge over the New River. Train's coming through. So I'm assuming that there's steps up here. And you walk down under the bridge and out the other side and over up into that section over there. You think about the Appalachian Trail, that's not what you think about, but isn't that America? So still a little bit of snow and ice, just remnants of it. It's about 27 degrees right now. I have a little bit of a climb coming up, so there might be some more snow in the higher elevation again. A lot of trees down. All right. Looks like they tried to cut that several times before they finally got a clean cut. I've just been hiking up from down that valley below in Cherokee Flats, and I kind of got lost in my own thoughts. So I really don't know what road that I'm crossing right now, but still heading up. Seems to be a Forest Service road. Just been moving these past couple of days because it's the only way that I could keep warm. And every time I would take my phone out to video or take a picture, I felt like my hands were freezing. But it's starting to warm up, and man, I'm ready for it. Though I'm not sure if winter is quite over yet, but so I'm seeing some boot tracks, so I'm assuming there is a fellow hiker that is not too far ahead of me. But the snow is still hanging on up here. Oh my goodness, that sun feels so good. Like I can literally feel it just warming my bones. Just gonna stand here for a minute. Pretty is up that way. I have seen some footprints or boot prints that, I don't know, they look to be like a day or two old. I'm just curious who's been out checking trail conditions. I believe that's the Roanoke Appalachian Trail Conservancy. Wahula. Looks like he through hiked it in 90. Snoopy and CB. Ah, so before I thought it said Snappy and CB. That was back at the Jenny Knob shelter. But it's Snoopy and CB. Yep. I got down to 24 and snowing. Happy trails. All right, I'm going to sign this and keep moving on. See you further on up the trail. Thank you for your service, David Jones. So far today, I have not seen any signs of, you know, prints or scat or any of that, with the exception of some boot prints and some paw prints, but I'm assuming that it is a dog that is with a person that is hiking through here, possibly the gentleman that was checking out trail conditions, and then there were a couple more that were through here during the snow. I'm having to walk around some more down trees. And, you know, just seeing a lot of that this early in the season because, you know, all the groups that clear the trails for us, you know, it's been cold. But yeah, I gotta tell you, you know, walking through those 3 days in Kimberlin Creek Wilderness and or up that way and Sugar Run, you know, it feels good to kind of let my guard down with the fear of what animals, wild animals were sharing the trail with me. Because, you know, living in fear or anxiety of something isn't really good for your nervous system. So it feels good to just let go of that. And, you know, there's still a lot of ice on the trail, but it's not slick like it was a couple days ago. And so I'm still watching my footing, of course, but not on complete high alert. Here is a prime example why it is important to make sure you know, have a GPS like Far Out. I love Far Out because, you know, you get to crossings like this and there's a lot of fallen trees down and no blazes on the trees. So, you know, if you don't have a GPS with you, you could easily get lost, right? So obviously there are footprints going that way and there are footprints going this way. So I think, you know, at some point somebody was questioning which way to go here as well. So yeah, you got to be careful about that. I obviously need to go that way because I can tell on my Far Out app. So just wanted to put that in there. You know, you need to have a GPS out here. I still carry my paper map with me because I like to look at a paper map and not always stare at my cell phone. But, you know, in crossings like this, it's important. So just in case your butt is hot, you can have a seat in this ice bench. And if it wasn't so icy, I would have a seat there just for a minute. Temperatures are still cool, but I'm warm for sure. See you further on up the trail. And the theme continues on. Just more iced over debris in the middle of the trail. So this is not a complaint, though it may seem like a complaint. But I gotta tell you, this section, I feel like I have been bushwhacking the entire way through. It's been interesting. All right, thanks for listening to that complaint. Please make it stop. I gotta tell you, you know, this terrain is tough. It's not, you know, a quick hop, skip, and a jump and, you know, happy-go-lucky hike sometimes. And when you add in, you know, ice and, you know, iced overflowing water, and you mix that with rocks, it's slow going, and, you know, you're gonna have to pay attention to every step that you make. Make sure that you're, you know, using your trekking poles to kind of poke at the surface before you step on it, because, you know, you could fall through a crack and easily sprain or break your ankle. So it's slow going today. All right, this spring is running nicely and it is not frozen over, so I'm going to get some water while I'm here. This is Virginia 613 Mountain Lake Road. Still a sheet of ice. All right. What is this? The personality and attitudes among Appalachian trail hikers. I really don't like to have to hike off the path, because it does, you know, disturb the growth around the path and widens the human footprint. But I gotta tell you, today it has been unavoidable, and there's just so many trees down up here. You kind of have to go around them. A half a mile from the War Spur Shelter, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I was hoping that I would hit the 200 mark tomorrow, but you know, the first half of this trail coming out of Cherokee Flats and into Mountain Lakes Wilderness, it was just, I don't know, a rough one. A lot of bushwhacking and maneuvering around large fallen trees, and War Spur Shelter. Hey. So I made it to the War Spur Shelter, and I'm going to call it a night. I was going to try to go a little bit further, but I am just honestly tired, and I usually try to just listen to my body. And so it's about 4:30. I'm going to eat, clean up a little bit, and probably go to sleep. And then get up bright and early and start getting in some more miles. I was thinking that I would hit my mile 200 mark tomorrow, but that probably won't happen till the next day, because I gotta tell you, Cherokee Flats and even coming up into Mountain Lakes Wilderness, it was quite a challenge today. There's a lot of fallen trees down. A lot more than I've ever seen. And I feel like I walked an extra 2 miles. That may be exaggerating a little bit, but just to get around all the debris. And, you know, in Cherokee Flats, on the other side of Mountain Lakes Wilderness, there was still a lot of ice and snow. Not a lot, but a lot of ice, enough that, you know, it slowed me down a lot. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I am looking forward to making it to the Virginia Triple Crown. I'm very excited about that, to see Dragon's Tooth and McAfee Knob and Tinker Cliffs. That was actually on a bucket list section hike of mine, so I'm really, really excited about that. To get my belly full. I don't think I would buy this one again. I don't like it. But it's food. I did add some olive oil in it, just a little packet, just to get a, you know, extra 100 calories and some good fat. And y'all, it is 5:30, and I am already in my sleeping bag, ready to go to sleep. I am so tired. I have already eaten, cleaned up, and I'm the only one in this shelter so far. But I think I'll probably be the only one in it tonight, because I have not seen anybody on the trail. It's not supposed to get too cold tonight. It's only supposed to be, it'll be down to 40, but that's not bad. That's actually perfect sleeping weather for me. I have the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt, the 10 degree, and I love it. It took me a while to switch from a sleeping bag to a quilt, but I'm a side sleeper, so this has definitely been heaven on earth for me, because I could never move in my sleeping bag. So it was definitely a positive switch. But I honestly am probably going to be asleep in a half an hour and just get up really early and hike on. But I obviously need rest, so I'm going to rest in my humble abode for the night. See you all in the morning. So it is, it's about 5 a.m. and I have been sharing this shelter all night with a pair of bats. And they're over there somewhere. I saw them fly in at dusk last night, and I just kind of crawled into as far down into my sleeping bag as I could and just cinched it over my head because I was afraid they were going to dive bomb me. But I have got to go to the bathroom, so I'm hoping that they've left. I don't see them anywhere. You know, when I Got here yesterday, I saw some droppings over there on the other side, and I just thought it was bird poop, but now I'm wondering if it was bat poop, but I don't know. So I'm gonna get up and make some coffee, so wish me luck. I've got my red light, so I'm gonna turn off this camera and maybe that will not disturb them if they are in here. But I don't see them, at least I don't think I do. I don't know, it's hard to tell. So this is another reason I don't normally stay in shelters, but I did last night because I was just tired and I didn't want to set up my tent. A mouse chewed through my hat literally while it was on my head. I had it on my head all night and it chewed a hole. So yeah, that little stinker. Just had a major downpour. Trekking on, looking forward to hitting that 200 mark and seeing the Virginia Triple Crown. See you further on up the trail. You hear that? That's from the direction I just walked from. So I know it's not somebody's dog.